Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the spookiest episode of Reality Group Chat you have ever seen. I'm Daniel Cusimano.
I'm Quori-Tyler QT. I don't know what I'm calling myself these days.
Quori-Tyler QT? I'm Jordan Staff. Harg, matey.
Arr.
Daniel, put on a fucking voice.
Bitch, what voice am I going to do in this?
I'm Daniel Cusimano.
I'm Daniel Cusimano. Oh, I'll do a little British accent. Oh, yeah, like a little... And welcome back to Reality Group Chat, where we are going to discuss episode 6 of The Amazing Race. This episode was... I thought this was an easy episode. I live in this delusion where I'm winning The Amazing Race, like, all the time. Like,
this episode made me feel like I could win.
It's every episode. Like, everything I'm over here, like, it's just like, are you good with directions? Like, I just need to marry a man with a good directions or sense of direction. Yeah. I'm gonna go.
That's what I think is the most important thing going into The Amazing Race, if you were to go on, is having a partner that fills in your strengths. Like, you can't have two people that can do the same type of things. You need to have different strengths and weaknesses, and then you win The Amazing Race.
But every competition, I'm just like, I don't know how people are failing. Like, I like to do a lot, so like I'm a little whatever. I think I'm like not the what's the jack of all trades, but like master of none, whatever the saying is. Yeah. I just think I can do a lot of things good.
Yeah.
And that's like where I think would suit here, other than directions. I fucking can't do directions. I don't know. This episode, I was like, girl. I also think it was set up poorly. We'll get into it.
Okay.
So we start off the episode, and we are driving to another place in Croatia. Love to see it. We're back at the driving. Every time we're in Europe, we're always driving, which I think it's always fun to see what teams are going to do good, and what teams are going to do bad. Something that pissed me off.
Stick shift?
Yeah, which was crazy, because like if you don't know how to drive shift, you can like blow an engine, you can like wreck.
But that's why you have to do your Amazing Race homework, because this happens like almost every season. So going into the Amazing Race, you have to learn how to drive stick.
It's an element. It's 100% an element.
Yeah. But imagine, can you imagine going in there? You don't know at all. Neither of you know how. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd walk.
My man is gonna know. My man is gonna be the one doing the directions and the one driving. I'm like, because I'm sleeping in the back. Babe, wake me up when we're there. Like, don't even play directions. Yeah, like, or I'm just going over the speed limit. Like, what? Are the coppers gonna pull me over?
Yeah.
Like, bitch, I'm booked. Like, we gotta go. It's a race. We start off the episode. One thing that pissed me off is when Tucker and Eric Tucker was like, Jag and Jazz are like top competition, and like they've been in the top three times, and they have the express pass. They're our biggest threat. Bitch, why didn't we think about that when you were at the U-turn board? Exactly. I'm like, why? Like, I'm just. Thank you for stating the obvious. Did you forget that 12 hours ago?
Right. The fact that two teams still have an express pass is like, I'm sorry.
Again,
either the challenges need to be harder, or the wrong people have the express pass and do.
And y'all are Big Brother? Yeah. Don't piss me off.
Like imagine a world where Rubina and Christine... No, imagine a world where Hannah and Simone had an express pass. They'd still be there.
I'm living in that world because I'm living in the world. Because I'm just, again, what was this all for? And that just pissed me off to start off to it. I'm just over here like, hello. And then really early on, I'm kind of just like jumping chronologically, like where they're doing the competitions. But we see Izzy and Paige when they do start it. We see them catch up to Chelsea and Jack. And I just want to say this. What the fuck is going on in here on this day? There was not one moment where Chelsea and Jack are fighting for their lives with this direction. I'm like, we have not learned. It's every day. I'm tired.
So bad with directions. It's insane to me. Like, the driving aspects are so bad, but even when they're on foot trying to figure out where something is, Jack is literally like hand on the thing that he needs to open to get the clue.
That was wild.
And he's like, where is it? It's like, babes, look down. What the heck?
And my favorite thing is when Izzy and Paige were like, oh my God, we caught up to them 30 minutes and it was a 30-minute drive. I was like,
where did they go? What?
Baby, there's no plane. Like, I'm just, if I had that moment, I'd be like, we need to lock so far in, it's not even, like, funny. Like, we are going to take really diligent time on this directions. But also, were y'all not studying? Did y'all not have a heart-to-heart convo when y'all sat at that living room table being like, what's your strengths and what's your weaknesses? And no one brought up directions, and no one brought up how to get it together. Pissed me
They
off.
both just seem so like go go go. Even when they are doing the tasks, like they do it
Yeah.
pretty well because they just like go at it. But then they also make some mistakes because they just go at it. That we see later too. But yeah, I feel like at some point you need to like reset, slow down. Let's really
Every
figure out
episode.
where we're going, what we're doing, and then just do it. Because I
There
think
is
they
not.
would do really good if they would just like who
I do,
saw.
I do, I do too. I do. I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm begging. And I guess what, guys, and I suck with directions. Trust. I suck. I really do. I'm not saying I'm the king,
No, me too.
but guys, it's the Amazing Race. Like, lock it and clock it.
Yeah.
So past that, we are. Do we call these detours? I forget detours, right? Because you can do one or the other.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
yeah.
sure. The
Detours,
detour, yeah.
yeah. So we have
And then the
detours. We have
roadblock you have to do.
Yep, alone. So we have the detour of bag it up, and that is kind of like where you have to weigh a certain amount of sand. You have to seal it. You have to do 10 bags, wheel them over, get them checked, you're all good to go. Or you have to do pull it up, and that's kind of where you're pulling in these anchors who have oysters. It was oysters, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which one are y'all doing? Because I'm doing bag it up any day of the week. I'm
I
not
think I'm
doing
also
that.
doing bag it up.
I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
I'm
either of them would have
also
been fine, but like,
Yeah, I think I would do bag it up mostly because I'm like really bad with anything in the water, like boat kind of things or whatever, and I feel like that could be really tricky once you get in there. Like if you don't know how to get there fast or you start like steering the wrong way, that's really hard. The only thing
Yeah.
is the bag it up like favors the strong people so much more because it's like heavy bags you're like wheeling through and it's raining,
yeah,
the
but
puddles, the
so it
mud.
was 20 pounds. There's 10 of them, 200 pounds in the wheelbarrow. I mean, that's not too
Wait, but
awful.
is that in pounds or is that in like grams or like kilos? I don't know how they do weights there.
Oh,
Regardless, I'm doing bag it up, and also for me, look at the weather. It looked
I
gloomy. It looked
know.
stormy. I'm over here like I don't think the waves are going to be favoring me in this boat right now. Like
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
don't want
also like I'm a pretty strong like paddleboarder, like kayaker, but like once you add another person in the mix and trying to spend time getting in sync with each other, like you're just wasting time.
We've
Yeah.
seen every season where there's something of bitches have to be in the water. They're fighting for their lives. The teams who decided to do bag it up was Tucker and Eric, Jag and Jazz, Joseph and Adam, Izzy and Paige, Chelsea and Jack. The teams that decided to do pull it up were Kyland and Taylor, which I thought was interesting. Natalie and Stephanie. Oh, did I not put? Oh, and then I didn't put Rubina and Christine. So didn't put them, but they did that as well. Going into bag it up, we see Tucker and Eric are smart to weigh the scoops. I was like, great, that's great. You weigh the first scoop and you're like, how much was this? Okay, great, 10 more of these. Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
So smart.
I find them so interesting because they really are like these high level thinkers when you think about it. Like every episode, I see the little things they do, and I'm like, oh my god, hot, and they have a brain. They don't make men like this anymore. Like they just
Yeah.
don't. Like they just,
Yeah, but Tucker does not come off that way. It's crazy.
doesn't, but they
feel
do
like
it.
it's his I feel like his
Eric,
brother is really the like logical
the
person. I mean, they're
brains
both
behind the
really
operation.
strong. But I think that they like really mesh well together. Like they think kind of
Yeah.
the same or they know how to communicate with each other on like the same wavelength kind of.
Yeah.
And plus they're really physically strong and just good at a lot of things. So it just all works for them.
They
And
complement each other.
directions don't seem to be an issue for them. So that, I mean, it's the making of a perfect Amazing Race team.
I agree with that fully, and I was over here like, y'all are really smart as hell.
Yeah.
Jag and Jack.
Sorry, Tucker said that he worked for like a science kitchen something or something like that.
Yeah, he works
I
like
didn't
he worked like marketing for them. I remember when his show came out,
Oh.
like I think he was like the marketing manager of like this
Oh, I
kitchen
thought he
type.
worked in some kind of like science something. I was like, oh,
No,
go
no.
off. I didn't know. I do remember though him going into the Big Brother house and saying that he was a chef, right? Or something.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, because
chef?
remember him and Lisa like banged heads because he was like, I can cook better than Lisa.
Oh, maybe
Yeah, I
that's,
kind of do remember that.
Right?
wake
There's,
that up in the Wake that up in the comments down below.
yeah, I think
For the
I'm
Big
right.
Brother bitches, wake that up in the comments down below. I'm like,
You
I
guys
don't
said
remember.
no, babe. Sorry,
I'm
that didn't
like,
happen.
but then once you brought that up, I was like, wait a minute,
Right?
wait,
Something.
wait a minute.
Anyways, he knew how to do
We
bags.
Then we see Jag and Jazz, and they're like, "How hard is it to seal the bag?" And Tucker's like, or they're like, "Oh, how do you seal the bag? How hard is it to seal the bag?" And literally, Tucker's like, "It's easy, just seal it." It was like
I
Tucker or Eric that said it, and I was over here like, "Why are you asking the number one team for like
Right.
y'all aren't in alliance number one? That's like crazy." But like it just sent me where they were asking for advice, and like Tucker or Eric was like, "It's easy, just seal it."
Yeah,
I'd be like,
that's what I was fearing was going to continue to happen after we had the whole train wreck alliance and all that stuff. Is
yeah,
that like I feel like Jag and Jazz are trying to make it too much of an alliance game and like help each other out. It's like no, at
no.
some point, especially now, we're almost like halfway through. You just have to all do it yourself. And we see that Natalie and Stephanie talk about that later too, where Stephanie's like,
Yeah.
we can't just wait for people. Like, yeah, at some point you just have to run your own race.
But Jag
Well,
and
same
Jazz,
with like Izzy and Paige. This whole episode, they're just not giving a fuck.
I
I love it.
They're
we
so
we
good.
love them.
Izzy
No,
was trying to hide the clue from Jack and Chelsea. She was like, we can't show them. Let's go this way. So good.
no, but it goes. Here's the thing: you shouldn't be helping out bitches if you're not aligned with them at the front when they're your competition, and you shouldn't be helping out people at the end when it's like you
Yeah.
could be going home against them. So like for Jack and Jazz, it's like goes back to you don't even have that much self-awareness that Rubina and Christine have. Remember in Croatia where they're like, it's between us. I'm not even gonna ask y'all.
Right.
Jack and Jazz, you are our top competitions. You've been in the top 3 like 3 times in a row, like pretty much won 3 times in a row. I'm not asking you for advice.
Yep.
Tucker, it's easy, just seal it. Me, no shit. Yo, now that you know what? Now that you brought it up, period.
I should have thought of that.
Why did I think about that? We then have Adam singing while shoveling, and it was just giving Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, and I literally lived for it. It was like hi ho, and I was like, and they're just such a goofy team. Like I don't think you
love
expect their energy. I love them so much.
I agree.
And then
It's so sweet too, like how much Joseph cares about his little brother, and he was like, "I'm gonna do all the heavy lifting so that he can get his sugar up, and I don't want him to work." It's like my heart.
Literally-
I'm obsessed.
have that written where I'm like the fact that that's their strategy where they're like I'm going to do the heavy lifting for the detour so that maybe he can do the roadblock again, even though that little thing, and he's always like his health always comes like is always number one important to me. Dare I say, like I wouldn't give a fuck. My dad is 70 years old. He just had a hip replacement, torn meniscus, like had 2 hernia surgeries. Bitch, I would literally be cracking the whip like it was horse racing. I'd be like, get up and go, you old rickety ass man. I'm not playing these games with you. Jordan, you didn't watch this. QT, I don't know if you watched a few seasons ago, but there was this redhead girl with her like old father, and like he almost like died because like he was having heat stroke, and she literally was like, you have to keep going. This was like,
It vaguely sounds familiar.
this was 2-3 seasons ago. She actually filmed the floor. Floor, like she was on the floor, like one of the seasons. I don't know, but she was. Someone was like, "Get her ass on the challenge" because she almost killed her father. And I never like the tweet was so good, and I lived like, and I was like that. I stand her, so I could never be them.
Yeah.
Going into challenge 2, the pull it up. I mean, there's really nothing to speak here. Like it was, I wouldn't have done the challenge in the weather. Kylan and Taylor are on the struggle bus. I'm over here like, y'all are so strong. Like Kylan, like men do not want to work these days, like at all. Like put in the work, like get your muscles going. I see how big they are, and I notice them very welly. Row the boat, get out of the boat, and start kicking your feet.
Oh, I
Do
know,
something.
and we can see again. I feel like the whole arc of their season, this season, is like their communication issues, because we can see. I didn't even fully understand what Kylan was asking of Taylor, but he was like, "I need you to put this back on the thing when it goes this way." It's like, wait, are you rowing it or am I rowing it? Like, if you're rowing it, you row it while I'm reading the clue. He's like, you can read it later. Like, yeah, it was just.
I also just don't know why they didn't do Baggett, but I was like, you know what, to each their own. Y'all wanted to get in the water and have a cute little time. Like, she wanted her little cute picnic date. For me, that team is 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Like, or like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Like, we really eat, and then there's sometimes where we really don't eat, and we're starved, bitch.
That's
And
the
no one's
thing,
eating
is
anything.
that they, like, I think the last episode or 2 episodes ago, they were like team number 2, and then they like go back down and go down to like 5 or 6, and it's just kind of all over the place. But I mean,
I love
they always end up
inconsistency.
pulling it together.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh my god! And then when Rubina lost her glasses, and I was like, "Girl, if you survive, then you're gonna be screwed the rest of this race."
I know.
'cause
I was thinking of that too. I was like, "Wait, do you have contacts? Do you have extra glasses?" Because she was like, "Those are
I would have jumped in. Like, what are we talking about?
Bitch, Jordan swan diving his ass in there to get this prescription glasses. Number one, I love this team because it's kind of like, baby, lights on, nobody's home. Like, you're literally looking over the water with your glasses like on your head, and it's just like, what were you doing wearing the glasses? Like, it is overcast. Like, you're in the water. Like, I don't even know. We're not looking for symbols.
Also,
like,
she's
I don't
like
really know
so
what's
teeny
happening.
tiny petite lifting up these weights. It's like, of course, the balance is going to be awful.
Yeah.
I stand by divas. I
And then
understand that.
as soon as we started, I mean,
Oh.
maybe we're going to talk about it too, but as soon as we started getting some backstory on them about like how their mom died and all of that stuff, I was like, oh, babes.
It's a wrap.
I love you guys so
It's
much.
a wrap
Yeah.
for you, baby. Quick side note, I love how Nat and Steph are always smart for asking for directions. Like, they go a little bit, and then they're like, hey, let me triple check these directions. Even just watching Natalie on social media, like, she really trained for this and, like, really, I think, just, like, studied it, focused it. Like, I think she originally wanted to go on the show years ago before Big Brother, and then she got pulled for Big Brother. But that is what you do. I'm like, Jack and Chelsea, take out the pen and paper, diva. Please, like, keep asking for directions. Like, drive a few miles, ask for more directions. I'm begging you.
And even Natalie and Stephanie asked about the stick shift thing, about like reversing because they couldn't figure it out.
Getting someone else to do
Jack
it.
and Jazz were just like pushing the car because they were like, we can't figure out how, and it was like you just have to press down. And if you would have asked, you would have known.
Always ask. Always listen. Asking and wasting 2 minutes of your time can save you 30 minutes to an hour in the race. Also, fun fact for anybody who ever wants to go on the Amazing Race, this is what I think Will and James told me. No. This is what Derek told me, who won whatever season he won on. When you get directions, if it shows you that like it is like 15 miles away, look at your speedometer, see how many like gallons you have left in the tank, and then make sure if you're like past 15, you fucked up. So like always, like that can be a gauge for where are you going? Are you going too far? Are we not there yet? And so that's just a little tip that maybe some of y'all can take on with you and move on.
I love that. I noticed, I feel like last season teams doing that, and I was like, ooh, that's a good
They
thing
took
to
notes,
look
and
out
that's
for.
smart.
Yeah.
We get to challenge 2. I love this type of challenge. I think it's so fun. So who knows their way around Croatia? The people who did it was Eric, Taylor, Jazz, Stephanie, Adam, Izzy, and Jack. I love this. I mean, we love this we've seen this before in other seasons. I think it's very interesting. The first thing I have written down here is Eric is so hot, this team is insane. And I think that's all I was able to really focus on. Like, I just think, like, a hot, smart man, like, that looks like that, I'm just like, wow, like, your mind. Like,
he crushed it.
Very
His memory
Captain
was so
America.
good.
Oh, 100, and I need saving. Like, hello, so it is what it is, and I just like that team. I just think they're unstoppable. I really do. I think it would take a meteor coming down and like blowing their shit up, and even then, I still think they're still gonna win.
Yeah,
they're phenomenal. Taylor was smart for doing the quiz to see what the questions were, but the game was smart for also being like,
and unfortunately, Jazz was even smarter for back again.
Strategy turns me on. Like, that even right there, I was like, oh my God. Like, and the fact that he was like, wait, let me come back in case their questions aren't the same. I was like, I'm feeling some type of way.
It's low-key.
It was.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, it's like low-key meta, too. Like, I'm surprised that, like, they allowed it.
But
like, production.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that Jazz wasn't even like, Jazz isn't on reality television. Like, his brother won, right? Like, to even think of that, and you're not even a gamer like that, I was like, oh, you are so hot in this moment. Like, I can't handle you at all.
But also what I was thinking is I would, after I did do the rounds and like got to everything, if I came back and got a question wrong, I would just be like, okay, well, ask me some new ones then. Like, once I realized that it was new ones, I'd just be like, okay, ask me the new ones. Maybe I know those, instead of going back and checking again.
100%. I mean, Taylor should have known that, like, Diva. This is what I would have said. They only asked them 3 questions. So in my mind, once the quiz was over, I'd be like, you're only asking me 3 questions? I know this can't be the same 3 questions, or else we're all going to finish this comp in, like, 2 seconds. So, I don't know.
Michigan
I just thought
had a great idea, but it was just, like, the game thought of that,
Correct.
Also, like, getting it wrong for not saying feet would have drove me crazy.
I thought that someone was going to get there and, like, continue to get it wrong just because of that. But then sometimes when a team would get it wrong for not saying feet or miles or whatever it was, then they would come back again and not get a question that had to do with feet.
Yeah.
So it was like they didn't even realize that that's what was wrong.
Yeah, that would have drove me crazy. But this is like little things that people who want to go on the show, you need to like write this down of like, remember, like everything matters. But like feet, no, it would have not clicked with me. But that's a moment where you need to go and sit back being like, I know I have the number right, but like what, like I'm doing something wrong. What is it? And it's just,
Yeah.
again, breathe, center yourself,
Yeah.
and move forward.
It reminds me
Taylor's
of when you're in like math class and your teacher would like knock off points for you not showing your work or like not putting feet or inches, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
I got it
yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cutesy was blurred for me the whole entire time.
No, she was same here. I was just going
Oh,
with it.
oh, good. Good. I thought we were just going for the. I was like, oh, is Jordan really seeing her? Like, I'm following the bit, but like Jordan and I are sitting here and we're like, yeah, T. Like, really?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's
Like,
crazy.
yeah.
And it was a little delayed for me, so you guys were saying yeah after the fact, and I was like, was that not good? I
Oh.
shouldn't have said that.
Wait, so say it again, QT, for the viewers back at home.
Well, the viewers got it. We didn't.
Oh.
Never mind. I guess we'll never know. Thank you so much. No, what was the quickest? Oh, but I want to hear it.
Oh, you didn't even hear what I said at all? I'm dead.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, I said it reminds me of when you used to be in math class and the teacher would knock off points for like not showing work or not putting like feet or inches, and I'm like, Diva, I got it right though.
Bitch, you don't.
Diva, I'm cheating.
Diva, the classmate next to me didn't write feet. I wasn't writing feet either. What do you want from me? But also, it's like the question literally asks in feet, and then I'm like, bitch, 230.
Yeah, like you
want me
know.
to say feet? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's petty shit. I'm pissed.
I used to
You see, Taylor's scream is me daily. I live. Like, I felt that in my gut. Like, that was something where, like, you know when you're having a hard day and you, like, just drop a pencil and you're like, hey, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. Or, like, you stub your toe or your backpack falls off your shoulder and you're just like, fuck everything. I felt that. And I was like, she hit.
I felt that 1000% from her, and how she just kind of like turned around and stood still and was like, "It's different questions." Like, and then Kylan's yelling. He's like, "Keep going, you got this," and she's just like, "All right." It's just like it almost doesn't even phase you because it's so like out of the realm of what you thought. Yeah.
But see, if I was Taylor and Kylan was saying that to me, I'm mad right now. Shut up. Shut up.
Izzy, I want to be a little mad right now.
No, it just said because before he goes there, he's like, "You got this, babe," and the viewers are like, "Baby, no, you don't. No, you don't, Diva." Like, and I hate to be the one to tell you this. I lived, but she ended up getting it together. She picked up her bootstraps and she went on forward. I also thought
there must have been. I'm so sorry. Last thing, there must have been a lot of time. I feel like in between teams because that seemed like it took her a while, and still no one like surpassed her.
You know what? And I get that they do it because they don't want us to know how far it is behind. But I wish we low-key got like a timer counter. Like, I wish it was like we got something that's like 3:34. I understand why we don't, but I just, you're sitting here and I'm like, I want to know how. And we kind of get it at the beginning of episode, like the beginning of the episode, because it says Tucker and Eric depart at 3:15 p.m. and like blah blah did it at 4. Yeah. Going into it, I thought it was smart how Adam and Stephanie decided to work together. I was like, yeah, you guys are like in the middle. You guys are in an alliance. This is what it is for. This is what we saw Will and James do seasons ago. So smart. Like, this is like where having an alliance at this stage of the game when you're kind of in the middle is fine. Do I think that Stephanie and them should have like driven back around? No, we're not in danger of time. How I'm looking at it is like every minute we're wasting, it is a minute we're wasting on next leg because unless there's an equalizer. So it's like, Divas, we helped you. We will see you there. Like, Stephanie was there first. So you got to get up and go. I don't blame her for being angry, but also Natalie brings her back down to earth to be like, we aren't an alliance.
Yeah. And I love that Natalie was like, you're right. You're 100% correct. But we got to move on from here, And it's true. And that's why I love like the sibling relationship dynamics on Amazing Race, because I feel like you know how to talk to your sibling like that. And it's like, all right, now we're moving on. We're not mad at each other. We're just going to keep going.
But it's also like Natalie also looks at it where it's like, this is my partner. I'm not going to piss her off. Like, I think she was just kind of like, she made her points and she said what she needed to say, but she's also like, you're my sister. You're right. We'll work on it next time. We won't have to deal with this.
Right.
Jack and Chelsea finally got good at directions at the end. Izzy and Paige, I don't know where they were going, but though, I mean, literally, Jack and Chelsea asked for directions and were there for 2 seconds and then got to the pit stop. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Let me watch my tone when I speak about their direction skills next episode. Given, do I have any faith that it'll be any better? No, bitch. Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm really like, it's waiting for snow to fall in Florida. Like, it's just not happening.
Yeah. It's also like after 100 times of getting it wrong, you've got to get it right once.
Correct. I mean, every what is it? Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Like that's kind of what it was
I've never
giving.
heard of that one.
But you know what? Even then, like it's something so moving, like seeing Jack like complete the competition and like Chelsea's so excited for him. Like it just, I think if it was like my dad given, I just said I would like beat that bitch's ass if he wasn't moving and grooving. But like if I was in that position, seeing my like dad do this, who obviously is at a disadvantage, like I would be so emotional every time my dad did something and ate it up. Like bitch, I'm sobbing. Like
Yeah.
I'm crying in the background. Like it's done.
No, I agree. Also, Izzy tried to ask Jack if he wanted to work together because she saw that there was still a team behind
Smart.
them, and he was like, I'm good." Crazy.
But also, like Jack, I don't know why. Like there
Yeah.
is a team
Yeah.
behind you. You don't know how this competition's gonna go. You don't know. Like you are not the most physically fit person out there
Right.
running back and forth. Who knows? Like I would be like, yeah, yeah. We saw that there was a clue in the box. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
We end up finishing. The finishers were Tucker and Eric first, Jag and Jazz second, Kylan and Taylor third, Natalie and Stephanie fourth, Joseph and Adam fifth, Chelsea and Jack sixth, Izzy and Paige seventh, which is scary. I'm like,
Demons. I need an equalizer.
and Rubina and Christine last. Now, let me say this. Why I did not like this episode is because there was like Tucker and Eric like were on the second leg by the time, or the second challenge. By the time like I think Izzy and Paige were even starting.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm
finished
like,
so fast.
I mean, it wasn't even fast. It was just like they were that far ahead of them. Like,
Yeah.
and that is, you almost need to have an equalizer after a double U-turn. Did they have, no, double U-turn was last episode. You need to have an equalizer after a double U-turn. You are fucked. Like,
That's
you have to, you know what I mean? Like you have to do
Yeah.
a whole nother competition, and you're going off it staggered. I'm at the point right now where I think the race every single episode needs to be an equalizer, maybe like 5-10 minutes apart. So like 5 minutes between team one, and then do like 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5
Or
minutes.
at least like
Because
every other episode or something, because yeah, it gets
it's too
too
much.
like separated. And I feel like this whole season though, even before Tucker and Eric became like the top front runners, it was Jag and Jazz were like way ahead, and it's like you have 30 minutes of an episode seeing Jag and Jazz or Tucker and Eric get number one, and then the last 30 minutes is like everyone else doing the challenges that they already completed. And I wish there's just a little bit more space in between each other, but maybe now that we're starting to get the teams that are like, for lack of a better term, dead weight kind of off, then maybe it starts equalizing a little bit more. But yeah, they are just like light years ahead at this point.
It is, although, like, yes, I think for, like, a viewer in the show, like, definitely need to have an equalizer, but as a first-time Amazing Race watcher, and also if I'm putting myself in, like, the position of a player, if I was that far ahead and then there's an equalizer and suddenly I fall behind, I would be livid. Like,
No,
I
you
would
know
be so
what?
mad.
But let me tell
But it's,
you
like, if
this.
that's the game, it's the game.
But that's like, I look at it where it's like that's what makes the race fun, but then I also think that's what makes it more rewarding at the end, where it's
Yeah.
like you did not know what was going to happen. Like you did not, like every time it was kind of like an equalizer and the best person just survived to the end. Because again, like you want to see top teams, like even then you want to see Tucker and Eric struggle. We're not seeing them struggle. Jazz and Jag, we're not really seeing them struggle. Like I want to see them fighting for their lives. I want to see them get something where they're just not getting it, and then they
Yes.
have pressure behind them and they're going. And you know what? Kat said this to me where she was like, we were texting, and she was like, you know, I'm still paying for my bandana that I fucked up on episode 1 4 episodes later. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a mistake you made episode 1. You survived. Great. Let's see what you can do next time.
Yeah,
I loved how
but
we ended
I
it.
also think it doesn't even need to be like a game put on equalizer. More just like maybe a competition that's more a little bit more mental, or takes a very long time to where the point where like everyone kind of gets there at the same time and is all trying to figure it out, and then from there, like I don't necessarily need it to be like, oh, we all have to get on the same flight at the same time, but then we get there and then whoever can run the fastest is going to end up in front. I want there to be some kind of challenge that takes a little bit more brain power, you know, like will just
and we
take a longer time.
The one episode that comes to mind is there was one time they were in Greece and there was like all these stones and you had to like flip, and there was like thousands of stones.
Yes,
and you had
yes,
to,
I know.
like, flip them up, and like
Yep.
it was just, that's like something you can get really lucky or
Yep.
not so. So I would like to see more of that. I liked how we ended the episode where Rubina says, I want to see Izzy and Paige win. I stand them. She's like, I love you, Tucker, but I want to see an all women's alliance. win. I also will say this, Tucker, your girl got sent home because you didn't U-turn somebody last time because they got U-turned. You fucked them over because they started hours like back compared to you. So I love how I said at the beginning of this episode, they're so smart and I love them, yet I'm over here like, that was dumb, not smart.
Yeah, I just feel like they're so unaware of where all the other teams are. Like, we see every time that they do get equalized, they're trying to look around to see, like, who got eliminated because they're not around those teams that are at the bottom. That's another reason why it's annoying that it's so separated, is that, like, the teams don't even understand the dynamics that are going on down there. So when they do get to a U-turn, they don't know how to. But then again, it's like Tucker was asked in one of the interviews on the show, like, what if Rubina goes home or whatever? And he was like, kind of like, we don't really care. It won't affect us. So.
But he also was like, I don't know if she's there or not. I don't know if she survived the U-turn. Like, again, she probably would have survived this episode because this episode was so easy if you U-turn somebody else. But what do we know? I mean, they're the same ones where they're really, really smart, but then they do the microscopic dumb things where I'm like,
yeah, like you can position yourself even better. But no one's perfect, so I appreciate that.
But guess what? They're a little bit of a fixer-upper. It's whatever it is. But guys, that is it. Another episode of The Amazing Race. Down the tubes, not in a bad way, but just down the drain or next, whatever the word is. I don't know what they call it. In the bank, in the vault.
Can? Oh.
In the can, sure. I don't know. I'm excited to see next week. Again, we really are starting to get to the, like, every team, I'm going to say, other than really Chelsea and Jack, I think are strong.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how this turns out. I'm excited. Guys, you can find us everywhere at Reality Group Chat on all the social medias. You can find me everywhere, Dano_Kuzmano, QT, which on my screen, you're down here. Do I really know where you're at? No. But
right on my screen, you're to my left. I'm to your right.
Well, where can they find you?
They can find me everywhere at Quori-Tyler, Quorityiler.
And you can find me everywhere at It's Jordan Staff Mighty.
Well, guys, we will see you the next time racing around the world. Happy Halloween. Check your candy. Be safe. Have a DD and make sure you guys party hardy.
Okay, period.
Bye.
Bye.